Welcome, everyone. It's Friday. That means Friday nights on Ion. And you've reached Grandma Mo, and appreciate it if you could give me a subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. We're trying to reach 500 subscribers in our early days here. Been going at this about a month and a half. So I'm going to be covering the New York Liberty against the Connecticut Sun. Most of us, myself included, thought New York would handle business here, but that's the way the ball bounces. Connecticut played fairly well, and New York didn't play up to their normal. Well, you know what? Ever since Stewie's been out, they really haven't been playing the normal New York. It's been a rough go for the past couple weeks for New York. And they take the loss here. The Connecticut Sun defeat them 78-62. And we had New York go out to a early lead, but they just were committing too many turnovers. And things just started to unravel for them in the second quarter. And Connecticut took advantage. They made their shots and ended up getting the lead, and then they just couldn't. New York just couldn't recover. New York took an early lead in the first 20-15, and then Connecticut outscored them 29-17. 29-17. That almost doubled them up. And then they outscored them 20-18 in the third, and then 14-7 in the fourth. So I'm starting to wonder if New York's going to have enough to get through the rest of the season. Who knows how long Breonna Stewart's going to be out? It's really telling. And then Jonquil Jones is standing out by the 3-point line. You don't have Stewie in there banging it down low. You got to get down there. I don't know. New York is just very vulnerable right now. Miesemann is there, so I'm guessing next game she's going to get in the game, and then she will take up that responsibilities that Stewie had. And she's a great player. If you haven't seen Emma Miesemann play, she's a very good player. And she won Eurobasket. She was the MVP of Eurobasket on the Belgian team. So I don't know. We'll see. But it's going to take her a little while to get acclimated to New York's flow of their game and the whole thing. But, you got to hats off to Connecticut. They played well. Both teams had a lot of turnovers. New York had 23 turnovers. I wonder how close to a all-time high that is for them, over the past couple of years when they've been really good. Connecticut had 17, but, nobody really capitalized on that because the points off turnovers were 15-14. So even though there was a lot of turnovers for New York, and they only had 8 people. They were playing with 8 people. And I think as the game went on, they were probably exhausted. And like Maureen Johannes didn't score. Ionescu she pulled her weight, although she didn't shoot very well from 3. She only was 2 for 9. She was 7 for 7 from the foul line and 7 for 16 overall. So, Sabrina did her job, but Jonquil Jones had 14 points. And she played 32 minutes, but, they were going to need at least a 25-point game from Jonquil Jones. And it wasn't there. She got 6 rebounds, 4 assists. She had 5 turnovers. Everybody else had like 2 of them. Isabel Harrison had 3. Talbot had 5. That was one of the things that she would make. She was on the Valkyries, and she hustles and she gets rebounds, but she can make the passes that right into the defender's hands. It's like she doesn't see someone just cutting right in front of the pass. That's one of her weaknesses as a player. But she shoots the 3 pretty halfway decently, and she's a good defender, and she hustles all over the place. But her passing she just doesn't see the defender sometimes. But she ended up having 5 points. She got a block. She had 2 steals, and she got 7 rebounds. So, I mean, she was definitely helping them out. The 5 turnovers was, between her and Jonquil Jones, that was 10 of the 23. So, anyway, she was 2 for 4 overall, 1 for 3 from 3. Rebecca Gardner had 5 points. Isabel Harrison, she's been playing pretty well for them lately, but she was only 2 for 7 from the floor in her 17 minutes. So it was only 6 points. They were going to need more from her. Natasha Cloud, 7 points. She had 4 fouls, so that was going to limit her, especially with only 8 players. And Jonquil Jones also had 4 fouls. Let's see. Cloud was 3 for 8, 1 for 3 from 3. She had 3 assists, which that's low for her. 2 rebounds, 2 turnovers, and 2 steals. Let's see who else. Phoebus only had 2 points. They were gonna definitely need more from her. She played 31 minutes. She was 1 for 8. Johannes was 0 for 4, no points, 2 turnovers, 2 assists, and a steal. Again, so New York needs help from all these other players, and they didn't get it tonight. They shot 22% from 3, 33% from overall. That's horrible. That's horrible. Wow, for the champs. Tells you how good Breanna Stewart, has been. Anyway, Connecticut, they had 4 people in double figures. Nelson Adona had 16 points. Leah Lacan, 16 points. She's been coming on. She's been a good pickup for Connecticut. She shot 6 for 8 overall. That's 75%. So did Nelson Adona. Lacan was also 2 for 2 from 3 for her 16 points. J.C. Sheldon didn't score. She was 0 for 5 overall, 0 for 3 from 3. She had 3 assists, 3 rebounds, a turnover, a steal, and a block. Bria Hartley, she's been one of their leading scorers lately, and not so much in this game. But you know what? Lacan picked it up in her place. So, that's a team effort. And so she had 4 points. And then Mabry's been coming on. She's back in the fold, although she didn't shoot well from 3. She was 2 for 10, and then 6 for 19 overall. But she scored 18 points. She had 10 rebounds and 8 assists, so she almost had a triple-double. She was 2 assists away from a triple-double. Tina Charles, 15 points. She was 5 for 15, which is not great for her. She got 5 points from the foul line. Anisha Morrow had 4 points. She played 22 minutes. She was 2 for 4. Didn't take a whole lot of shots, but she got 11 rebounds. So Connecticut out-rebounded New York 42-29. And most of that was Mabry, Morrow, and it was spread amongst the rest of the team, like 3 or 4 for everybody else. Sonia Rivers had 5 points. She was 2 for 5 overall. 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Good game for her. Good game. Okay, well, Connecticut got it done. And, I'm predicting that Connecticut's going to win some more games down the stretch here because they have definitely been looking better. And with Mabry back, she gives you a scoring guard that you didn't necessarily have before. I mean, it gives you more of scoring from the guard position. And Hartley can stick to, point guard stuff and let Mabry shoot. And that will also open up Hartley, I would think. And then having Lacan there, just another person that needs to get covered. So congratulations to the Connecticut Sun. They get their 5th win of the season. They are now 5-21, and New York has dropped to 17-10. And that's it for this one, and we'll see you next time.